Today we are exploring three figures of speech: synecdoche, metonymy, and transferred epithet. These literary devices add depth and creativity to our expressions, making our language more meaningful, more beautiful. But before diving in, do subscribe to The English Nut on YouTube, X, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you. Synecdoche is a figure of speech in which a part of something is used to refer to the whole, or less commonly, the whole is used to refer to a part. This can make our language more vivid. Stars and stripes, for example, is a synecdoche for the American flag because these are elements of the flag. All hands on deck. Here hands refers to sailors. Obviously, the entire person needs to get to work on the ship's deck, not just the hands. So in this context, hands is a synecdoche for sailors. I got a new set of wheels. Here wheels refers to the whole car. With so many mouths to feed, we need you to donate generously. Here mouth refers to the entire hungry person. She looked taller because she was in heels. Here heels means high-heeled shoes. Do a quick head count and see who's missing. Here you're not just counting heads, but the number of people. In the previous examples, a part represented the whole, but in the following example of synecdoche, the whole entity stands in for a part of it. England lost to India by 4 wickets. Here England refers to the English cricket team, a part of England, and India refers to the Indian cricket team, a part of India. Synecdoche is commonly used in literature to create a more engaging and evocative narrative. In Act 4, Scene 3 of Shakespeare's Macbeth, for example, the titular character orders a servant to leave with the words, "Take thy face hence." Macbeth, in his anger, dismisses the servant by referring to him merely as a face, while he obviously wants him to take his entire person away from the place. I've heard people say, "I can't stand his face." It means they can't stand that person, not just his face. Synecdoche is a common device in poetry used to craft lasting images for readers. Here is an example from Ezra Pound, the American poet, a short poem called "In a Station of the Metro." The apparition of these faces in the crowd, petals on a wet black bough. In this poem, the speaker observes a crowd of people in a subway station, which inspires a vision of petals on a tree branch. Faces in the crowd means specific individuals in the crowd. Metonymy is another literary device that is similar to synecdoche, but it's crucial to understand how the two are different. While synecdoche involves using a part of something to represent the whole, metonymy uses a related attribute or something closely connected to the thing to stand in for it. Suresh has hit the bottle again. This means Suresh has started drinking heavily again. The bottle is a metonym for booze. The White House issued a statement today about the war. Here the White House represents the US government. The pen is mightier than the sword. This phrase suggests that writing, the pen, holds more power than warfare, the sword, utilizing two related objects to convey the actual meaning. In Shakespeare's play Julius Caesar, Mark Antony famously says, "Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears." Here ears substitutes for attention. Since the quote employs a word to represent a related concept, it exemplifies the use of metonymy. It is not synecdoche because ears are not a part of attention. A transferred epithet occurs when an adjective or descriptive phrase is shifted from the noun it logically describes to another noun in the sentence. This device can create striking and imaginative imagery. He spent a sleepless night. Here sleepless logically describes the person, not the night. She cast a nervous glance at the clock. Here again nervous logically describes the person, not the glance, because a glance does not have feelings and cannot be nervous. Because transferred epithets allow for metaphorical expression, poets and novelists often use them to create vivid imagery, as demonstrated in the following examples. John Keats begins his poem To Autumn with the words season of mists and mellow fruitfulness. Mellow typically describes a person or their mood, but the poet has used it to describe fruitfulness. The ploughman homeward plods his weary way. In this line from Thomas Gray's elegy written in a country churchyard, the poet transfers the epithet weary, which would typically describe the ploughman, to the way, his path or journey. As I sat in the bathtub, soaping a meditative foot and singing, it would be deceiving my public to say that I was feeling bumps-a-daisy. This is from Jeeves and the Feudal Spirit by P.G. Wodehouse. Wodehouse, whose work showcases many other effective uses of grammar and sentence structure, transfers his meditative feeling to the foot he is soaping. Of course, it was he who felt meditative, not his foot. We're coming close to those little creaks now, and we keep a discreet silence. This is from Rio San Pedro by Henry Hollenbaugh. Silence denotes a lack of sound and lacks intellectual capacity, so it can't really be discreet. Clearly, it was the author and his companions who were being discreet by maintaining silence. Synecdoche, metonymy, and transferred epithet are powerful tools in the hands of writers and speakers, enabling them to paint vivid pictures and evoke strong emotions with their words. By understanding and using these figures of speech, we can enrich our own language and appreciate the artistry in the works of others. Until next time, keep your love for language burning bright. Thank you, Shuparna Dash, for suggesting this topic. Thank you to all my viewers for watching. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments section. I'm the English Nut. Bye for now.